Hi, it's Greg here with MaritimeGardening.com, and today I'm going to do a follow-up video on this garden bed where last fall I planted winter rye here, and then the following spring I cut the sod from that rye out down the center and planted peas, and on the sides a little bit later on in the spring, I planted potatoes on either side of the peas by just sticking the potatoes in the ground and then putting a whole bunch of leaf mulch on top of all of that. So now I'm going to dig up the potatoes. So over the course of the summer I harvested the peas until the peas were done. They worked out great, and now I'm going to harvest the potatoes. So the whole point of this was to show that you can grow winter rye without having, so it's a way to use winter rye in a garden as a living mulch over the winter, without having to rototill it in the following season, which is the typical practice. It has to be tilled in. I don't have a rototiller, and I don't want to rent one. It's kind of hard to use something like that in a box like this anyway, and there's various arguments about why tilling is not a good idea anyway, not to get into that. The whole point is, let's see what kind of potatoes came out of this garden. All right, so I'm just going to move the mulch aside. See what we got. So these were I believe they were russets. That's what they look like anyway. So we'll just see what comes out of here. They look decent size. I mean, and they were growing in the shade of the peas. That's not a bad one. 4-incher. Right, so I didn't plant a lot, but I did plant them, and it's just an effective way. There's another nice one. An effective way, and they're growing in the shade of the peas, but it's an effective way to kill off the rye and grow something at the same time, right? That's the general idea. I can't remember how much I planted along here. It was just a couple rows, right? But I mean, I'm getting some nice, I gotta say, these are coming in nice. I mean, these potatoes always do well in my garden. I think they're russet Burbank. They're either russet Burbank or classic russet. I got both from the seed provider this year, right? So I planted both in my garden, and personally, I can't. Oh, there's a nice one I missed. Look at that one. Personally, I can't tell the difference. Anyway, that's a huge one. My God, I might have to take a pitchfork to this because I'm missing some. Soil's beautiful. I feel like there's something right there. There's one. Not a trace of the winter rye in here. Just nice, it was basically weed free. I didn't water it or fertilize it or do anything all winter long, or all summer long, right? I just stuck the potatoes in the ground and covered it with lots of mulch, and then just walked away. Now I got this beautiful soil. Got some nice potatoes, right? That's all I had to do. So let me dig up the rest of these and see just how much we can pull out of here. But so far this is working out great. right, so this is what I got from just one side. And I mean, I don't remember if I planted them. I think I basically planted 2 potatoes every so many feet. Like every foot, I put 2 potatoes about 6 inches apart all the way down the side. Remember, there was peas up the middle. But this is what I got from one side of this garden. So I don't know what that is. It's not, maybe 10 pounds, close to 10, about 10 pounds of potatoes from one side of the garden. So that's not bad. I mean, I think I had 1 bag of seed potatoes. That's what it went into this. And these are mostly, I think they're russets from the looks of things. And they're all good sized potatoes, right? I mean, about the, 4 inches by 2 inches. Most of them are in that range, right? Just a nice, easy to peel or just scrub clean and have the way it is. And of course, because these are russets, there's no scab or anything like that, because they're very, very, I mean, most potatoes in my garden tend to get scab because I've got, I don't know, I got acidic soil, but whatever the conditions are that cause scab, I think it's a bacteria. It's in my soil, it's everywhere, right? So any potato that's prone to scab gets scab, but these russets tend to, russets and russet Burbank, russeted potatoes that are like a russet, all do well. But yeah, I'm half done the garden. This is basically half. So probably got about 20, 25 potatoes out of the whole thing once I've taken a pitchfork to it and gone all over it. I think I'm gonna get one of my kids to do the other side of the garden because, I mean, you gotta put them to work, right? Some of you might have noticed in the little sequence there was some trash that came out of my garden, right? There's another piece of a styrofoam cup, right? I mean, I get this mulch from people's leaf bags and I don't sift through it, I just throw it on. Whatever's in there goes on, right? And it's usually I drive through a city to get to work. I work right in the center of downtown Halifax. But I drive through the residential areas and grab bags of leaves. Geez, I'm getting killed here. That's how I get my leaves. And a lot of people, they're just sweeping up stuff that's blown off the street, right? So there's trash in my mulch, and I don't worry about it. When I'm doing this, you see it, these leaf bags, I use them too. And if you watch the videos, you see how I use them over the season. Some people are always saying, aren't you worried about the toxins from the chemicals, from the ink on the leaf bags? No, I'm not worried about that. As far as I know, it's vegetable ink, so it's vegetable based. Generally speaking, I just don't worry about things. But anything I'm worried about, I look up and I read about it, and if through reading, I come to the conclusion that it's not worth worrying about it, I don't worry about it, and I don't worry about the ink on leaf bags. So yeah, totally works. Potatoes covered with leaves. I planted these, I think, I planted them when the peas were about a foot high, right? You can see the soil here. It's beautiful, loose soil, ready for next year. I'm just gonna get some more leaves and cover this up when I'm all done with it. And it's all ready for planting something next year. I don't know what I'm gonna plant here, but something good. Hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. And until next time, get out there, get at it, have fun in your garden. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you want to help support everything I'm doing here, go to vessies.com to buy whatever you need for your garden this year. Use my coupon code GAVS23 to get free shipping as long as there's a pack of seeds in the order and there's no oversized items in the order. Check out the description box of this video for details. You can buy everything you need from Vessies. They have seeds, fruit bushes and trees, soil amendments, pest solutions, tools, clothing, and lots of other stuff too. So yeah, if you want to help support everything I'm doing here and they sell something you need, buy it from them using my coupon code, and happy gardening.